Hi guys, it's Tatenda. I hope that you've had a lovely week and are ready for another Sunday school lesson. So today we're going to be continuing our lesson on Moses in Exodus chapter 2. So first of all, I'll just give you a quick recap of what we did last week. So last week we looked at the context, the situation that was happening, like what was going on around the time Moses was born. So we looked at all of Exodus chapter 1 last week about how there were loads of Israelites in Egypt, and so the Pharaoh, which is the Egyptian king, made them all his slaves. But God was with the Israelites, and so they multiplied in number and multiplied. The more oppressed they were, so the more the Israelites were being mistreated and beaten and abused, the more they multiplied and the more God helped them. So the Egyptian king, the Pharaoh, he said that any baby boys that are born need to be killed. So first he asked the midwives to kill them. The midwives said no, because they love God, so they can't do that. And then he said that all citizens, if you see a baby boy that is an Israelite, throw it into the river. But if it's a girl, you can let it live. And that's how you were. So on to the second lesson. So split your page up into 6 boxes and then we can begin. Don't forget to put in your name and the date and title. Okay, so in the first box is from the very start of Exodus chapter 2. So around this time when all the newborn baby boys that were Israelites were meant to be thrown into the river, so around that time, a man and a woman from the tribe of Levi got married. So the tribe of Levi is an Israelite tribe, the tribe of Levi. So I've drawn a man and a woman because they've written, I now pronounce you man and wife, which is what they say when people are getting married say. Yeah. I've not done straight hair because I think that we need to just have some different types of hairstyles. So these stick men have got buns, or stick women have got buns. They can be like braided buns, they can be long hair buns, they can be like afro buns, you know, diversity and all that. So yeah, on to box 2. So the woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She saw that he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months. Okay, so when her baby was born, she had to keep him hidden to keep him safe, because if anybody found out that she'd had a baby boy, he would have been killed. He would have been thrown into the Nile River. She did not want that, so she kept him hidden for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of papyrus reeds and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River. So we've got baby in the basket. It needed to be waterproof because obviously it's going to be near the river. So she got this basket, she put the baby in it, and she hid it at the river. Or she hid him. Okay, so that's the top 3 done. I'm going to move on to the second row now. Pause if you are not ready. Alrighty then. The baby's sister... Oh, I've just changed the chapter. The baby's sister then stood at a distance, watching to see what would happen to him. So I've got the baby's older sister over here. Baby's older sister. And the baby's on the other side of the river, and she's just kind of watching her little brother, making sure that, you know, he stays safe. She wants to see what people are going to do, if anybody's going to find him, because obviously he cannot be found because he's a baby boy and he's an Israelite. On to the next. These green things that I've drawn, these are reeds. So reeds are just like, they're tallish plants that grow alongside rivers. Okay, next box. If you're not ready, pause now. Alrighty then. Verse 5. Soon, Pharaoh's daughter came to bathe in the river, and her attendants walked along the riverbank. When the princess saw the basket among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it for her. So Pharaoh's daughter, the Egyptian princess, I've drawn her with like a headdress, with jewelry on it, because that's the sort of thing that Egyptian princesses would wear. They would have lots of jewelry and gold in their hair because they're princesses. So she sees the baby over here in the reeds, and she tells one of her maids to go and get the baby for her because she's like, what's going on over here? Okay, I'm going to move on to the last box now, so if you're not ready, then pause it. Okay then, on to box 6. So verse 6 says, when the princess opened it, she saw the baby. The little boy was crying, and she felt sorry for him. This must be one of the Hebrew children, she said. As we learned last week, Hebrew and Israelites basically mean the same thing. So she was like, this must be one of the Israelite children. Okay? So she picked him up and she was looking after the little baby because she felt sorry for him because he was all alone and he was crying. So that is the start of Moses' story, the first couple of months of his life. He's a very important person in the Bible, but as you can see, he's documented in here from day one. From before he was even born, he was documented in here. So we're going to continue to learn more about Moses next week. But until then, I hope that you have a lovely week. Love you all. Bye.